Hi Greedy 3Ders, you may remember me reviewing the Ultracraft Reflex RS, and I made a statement in that review where I have been proved right. Just don't tell my wife that I was right. Stay tuned. So during my review of the RS, I compared it to the original Ultracraft Reflex, where the build tray could be hung at an angle to let all that resin drip back in to the resin tray down below. Now the RS, you could not do that, which meant scraping, and oh how we hated the scraping. My prediction was someone would invent something to stop this, and hey ho, look, here it is. If you go to printables, and I'll put a link in the description, this has been created which does said job as I did predicteth. And this is it. I'm going to print it on my Creality K1, but if you've only got the Reflex, or you've only got another resin printer, then don't worry, you can actually print this in resin. You're just going to need supports on it if you're printing it in resin. If you're printing it in an FDM, then you do not need any support. So I've printed it on my K1, and here it is. I've done it in a nice shiny blue just so it sticks out and you can see it really clearly. And you're also going to need two M4x12 screws. These fit wonderfully. If you have only got bigger screws, you're going to need some washers or something to make it fit. So all you're going to do is take your build plate, make sure it's nice and clean, make sure that part there is facing forward, and make sure that the cut-off section is facing towards you, and that's the way it goes. Get your two screws and just screw this bit of plasticky magic on to your build plate. Now make sure you get it the right way round. Don't put it on upside down, as it really isn't going to do what it needs to do. So this is the orientation of it that you need. Give it a nice good old tighten, and that's what it looks like on. We'll just show you what happens when you pop it onto the Ultracraft Reflex RS. So it would sit there during printing, and then at the end of printing you would take it off and you would connect it onto the newly printed part. Now if you've got really big models, you're going to need to lift the build plate up right to the top. Just showing you this as an example. So let's get that build plate covered in nice old resin and let's apply it, and you can see quite clearly that it's doing its job. Now you're going to have to leave it for 10-15 minutes after the print to get the thing to drain into the resin vat, but that's no hardship. That certainly beats a scraping it and a poking it and a pulling it and getting all the resin off. And resin can be expensive, so we want to recoup every last drop that we can, and this will certainly do that for you. It's quick, it's simple, it's really easy to make and to install, and it does the job that really Gear should have done in the first place. And just in case you're wondering, yes, you can open and close the door without any problems at all with this in situ and allowing the drainage. So yes, the door does not get in the way whatsoever. Marvellous. And it is as simple as that. And there we have the resin now draining out of our Ultracraft Reflex RS, as opposed to sitting on the top and allowing us to scrape it off. It's as simple as that. It's one quick, simple, easy print and the problem solved. So yep, I was right, but don't tell my wife. Stay tuned till next time.